Welcome back to Today. We're diving into the fascinating history and value of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. If you have one of these coins in your collection, you might be wondering, how much is it worth today? Stay tuned as we break down its history, design, mint marks, and current market value. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The design was meant to honor the beloved president and quickly became a collector's favorite. By 1974, the U.S. Mint was still producing this iconic coin, but there was one major change: the silver content was gone. From 1965 to 1970, Kennedy half dollars contained 40% silver. However, in 1971, the U.S. Mint removed silver entirely, making these coins from 1971 onwards composed of copper-nickel. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. The front of the coin features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The words "Liberty" appear above his head, and "In God We Trust" is placed below his chin. The year, 1974, is engraved at the bottom. The back of the coin was designed by Frank Gasparro and showcases the presidential seal, an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by 50 stars. The words "United States of America" and "half dollar" circle the edges. Did you know? The 1974 Kennedy half dollar was struck at 3 different U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you flip your coin over and check the small letter below Kennedy's neck on the obverse, you can determine where your coin was minted. No mint mark: Philadelphia Mint; D mint mark ***, Denver Mint; S mint mark ***, San Francisco Mint, only for proof coins. Now, let's talk about the value of these coins in circulated and uncirculated conditions. Since the 1974 Kennedy half dollar is made of copper-nickel, its face value remains at 50 cents. However, coin collectors and dealers are still interested in this piece for its historical significance and condition. Most circulated 1974 Kennedy half dollars are worth around 50 cents to $1.50. In slightly better condition, -50 Australian dollars to -58 Australian dollars, they can fetch $2 to $5. MS-60 to MS-63 coins typically sell for $3 to $7. Higher grade examples, MS-65 and above, can be worth $10 to $30 or more. MS-67 plus graded coins are rare and can fetch $500 or more. If you have a 1974 S-proof Kennedy half dollar, it's worth about $4 to $10. Deep Cameo, DCAM, proofs in high grades can reach $40 plus. Errors and rare varieties can dramatically increase a coin's value. Here are some to look out for. Some 1974 D coins show doubling on the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." If you find one, it could be worth $50 to $500, depending on its condition. Coins with missing metal, clipped planchet, or an off-center strike can sell for $20 to $200 depending on the error severity. Some coins are missing the designer's initials, FG, on the reverse. These could be worth $50 plus, especially in higher grades. So, should you hold on to your 1974 Kennedy half dollar or sell it? If you have one in excellent condition, especially with errors, it may be worth grading and selling. However, common circulated coins are mostly valued at face value, making them great for collecting rather than selling. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his assassination on November 22, 1963. The public's demand for these coins was overwhelming, as they served as a memorial to the beloved president. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar was made of 90% silver and 10% copper due to a nationwide coin shortage and rising silver prices. The U.S. Mint reduced the silver content to 40%, with 60% copper, from 1965 to 1970. In 1971, silver was completely removed, and the half dollar was now made of a copper-nickel clad composition, a copper core with a nickel coating. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar continued with this copper-nickel clad composition, making it a widely circulated coin rather than a silver investment piece. The total mintage for this year was over 270 million coins, making it a common and widely available half dollar. By the mid-1970s, the Kennedy half dollar was still produced in large numbers, but it was rarely seen in everyday transactions. The reason? Many people hoarded Kennedy half dollars, believing they would become valuable in the future. Additionally, due to its larger size and weight, it was not practical for daily transactions, leading to a decline in circulation. Today, most Kennedy half dollars are used in collecting, casinos, and bankrolls rather than regular commerce. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar is historically significant because it represents a time when the U.S. completely transitioned away from silver coinage. Though common in circulation, it remains a favorite among collectors due to its connection to President Kennedy and its enduring legacy in U.S. coinage history. And that wraps up today's video on the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin videos. Let us know in the comments if you have one of these coins and what condition it's in. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!